Hi, I'm Deana Catanzarite, and I'm Nick Jonas's biggest fan. Um, he's the love of my life. He's my boyfriend. Everyone knows he's my boyfriend. Everyone around my age in Tom's River knows that he's my boyfriend. And I just love him with all of my heart. My best friend Jess is going to be interviewing me right now. So she could start with the questions.
Deana, please describe yourself to me and tell me what you do and your hobbies.
I'm 19 years old. I graduated from high school in 2010. Now I like to hang out with friends. Mainly, I have a good group of friends and we hang out all the time. Surprisingly enough, they support my love for Nick Jonas, which at first most people didn't, because it's kind of strange that I'm in love with someone that I never met. But I hang out with my friends a lot.
So you're a student. Where do you work and what do you do on the weekends?
I'm a student at the community college in my town, which is Ocean County College. I'm a freshman there. I work at a restaurant called Tiffany's. It's like a sports bar, casual dining place, which I absolutely love. We're all really, really close there. And on weekends, like I said, I hang out with friends. I work every day of the weekend, actually. So I'm there most of the time, but we're like a family there, so it's kind of like I'm hanging out with friends.
Once again, tell me who you're a fan of and how long have you been a fan?
Nick Jonas, Nicholas Jerry Jonas. I've been a fan for, I want to say, I think it's been 5 years, if not a little less, but about 5 years. A long, long time.
Tell me and describe in detail what makes you the ultimate fan.
Not only am I his fan, I'm not just his fan. He's the love of my life. In plain and simple terms, I love him. I am his girlfriend. I'm his girlfriend. There's no other way around it. We're together. And I know he doesn't know that we're together, but I have this theory that he's dating other girls, like Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus, all of those girls. This new girl from Les Mis that he was with. He's dating them because he hasn't found me yet. But he saw me at a concert one time because obviously we're in love, and our eyes met, and I'm convinced that he's looking for me. And he always breaks up with these girls because he hasn't found me, but if I get on this show, then he'll see me, and then he'll realize what it is. And that's what's going on with that.
What do you do to make sure you always know what's going on with the person you're a fan of? Do you check their website, fan page, or gossip magazines?
In my email, I said that I spend a ridiculous amount of money on magazines, teen magazines. I'm 19 years old, so buying J14 at stores constantly and like things like that, like Twist, is really funny when you go up to the counter because they think that you're out of your mind, that you're possibly ever buying this magazine, which is like for like 12-year-olds, but I have a huge drawer like full of magazines that I've collected because I bought them and I just don't throw them out. I just have like a huge stack of magazines. I also go on jonasbrothers.com constantly. I'm a member of Team Jonas. I get texts sent to my phone from like the number that you call to leave them messages, which like gives me updates. And I get emails, obviously. I pretty much stalk Nick Jonas's life. I know everything there is to know about him.
Friends and or family ever told you that you're obsessive and you take the ultimate fan thing a little too far?
Well, that's pretty much the story of my life. Other than my best friend Jess, who also loves Joe Jonas, no one really understands this crazy love, and they all think I'm insane. I mean, people accept it, but everyone thinks I'm out of my mind. My parents actually wouldn't really acknowledge the fact that I love Nick for quite a few years and like refused to let me go to concerts, which was kind of weird because he's all I talk about. My friends think I'm crazy because I'm dead serious about this and I talk about him constantly. He's like my main focus of my day. I he, I bring him up constantly. Um, my family thinks I'm even crazier because I'm with them a lot and like I'm really, really, really close with a couple of my cousins and I base my life around him and use him as like examples in my day-to-day life and also reference him like as my boyfriend, which is kind of strange. So people support it, but they think I'm crazy. Oh, and also my teachers, because I would say, since I've loved him, every teacher about him, and they think that I'm out of my mind because they're all, like, for the most part, older and married, and they don't think that you could love someone that you never met, but clearly you can. I'm doing it. Hello.
Give any stories or examples of why you're more than a fan than any of the other thousands of fans out there.
Well, there's so many. Okay, first of all, let's start from, like, before, like, back in the day. I used to, like, when I first became a fan, I used to stalk the Jonas Brothers MySpace, I guess you could say. Kind of stalk. I'm not crazy, but I used to go through every single comment that anyone had ever left them. Now, this was in the beginning, so there wasn't that many comments at the time, and, like, they used to, like, answer the people and stuff. But I used to go through every single comment and, like, see, like, try and find anyone that has met them. And then I would request those people on MySpace and then proceed to message the people to see how they met them. And I've like talked to people that met them before, which is insane. I made a Facebook group called I think Deana Catanzarite deserves to meet Nick Jonas. And there's 230 members because I thought that maybe that was like a step closer to me actually meeting him because I can't because the meet and greet passes are like a ridiculous amount of money and like when before they were that famous when they would like be places and like have like free meet and greets, my parents wouldn't let me go. Like in New York they did it a couple times and my parents wouldn't let me go even though it's only an hour away from my house. Ridiculous. I made a Facebook, a fake Nick Jonas Facebook, and we're in a relationship on Facebook because I need people that are friends with me on Facebook to realize that this is serious, that we are in a relationship. And I make him write on my wall sometimes because people need to know that it's real, and I kind of need to know that it's real, which is crazy. I would say most of my friends think that that's the craziest thing that I do, because I will constantly write on my wall, I'll write on my own wall from Nick Jonas, but he's really thinking it, so it's fine. It's fine. I've done a crazy amount of school projects on him, which is kind of weird because now I'm in college and normal human college students probably shouldn't be doing their projects on their false boyfriend, but I do, and I say that in front of my classes. Actually, today was the first day of my spring semester, and we had to say something unique about ourselves, so I proceeded to tell my class of 35 people and my professor that Nick Jonas is my boyfriend, and we're in love. So I guess I'm going to have no friends in that class, because who wants to be in love who wants to be in love? Who wants to be friends with a psycho who's in love with someone they don't know? Probably no one except for myself and my best friend Jess. But what else have I done? I used to, for a pretty long time, like a good period of time, call the number that you could leave the messages on daily, sometimes twice a day, just because I thought maybe, like, he would hear me. He apparently never did. I never got a call back, but we were on, like, a pretty serious level to the point where I would be like, hey, just checking in, kind of like that, like, I just needed to, like, check up on him. He secretly knows that I was doing that, too. He just couldn't call me back because he didn't have my number. Because it says, like, on the thing, you can't leave a number. But whatever, I guess. I've emailed so many talk shows, which they didn't. I emailed, like, Tyra, Rachel, Oprah. There was another one. Do you know of Ellen? Ellen, which I really thought that Ellen would be, like, all for it because, like, she's fun. No, she wasn't. No one answered me. No one cared. But I decided to do that, like, that was probably, like, 2 years ago because I was sitting watching Oprah and they were on Oprah and I was hysterically crying like a crazy person. I was on vacation and I sat inside watching Oprah instead of, being out in the pool. But no. Sat inside watching Oprah, hysterically crying, like, for a really long time. Very long time. I'm just out of my mind. Now I'm going to be showing you my insane things that I have all around my house, my car. I got to see the Nick Jonas Facebook page. But yeah, if this insane video hasn't proven that I am absolutely, wholeheartedly, 100% in love with Nick Jonas, then I don't know what else could. And also, I just wanted to say that I know that the Jonas Brothers probably have one of the largest fan bases, like, right now. But it's different with me. I'm not just the ultimate fan. I'm in love with him. And I don't think that anyone could really feel the way I do feel about him. It sounds crazy, but I've never felt this way about anyone before in my life. I have an ex-boyfriend. We dated on and off for 5 years, and it doesn't even compare. I love him, and the thought that I might not ever be able to even, like, have him realize who I am drives me insane, and I've cried too many times. I've cried too many times over Nick Jonas. And so maybe if I was to be on this Ultimate Fan show, I would hope that he would watch it. I mean, it's a show about him, so I'm hoping that maybe he would see it. But then maybe he could go on a talk show and tell me to come on, and then maybe I'll meet him. I just need to meet him. I refuse to go through life without meeting him. That's just ridiculous. And apparently, no one's gonna buy me tickets, and I can't buy my own tickets because they're like $2,000. I don't have $2,000. I'm a college student. I work as a hostess. I make $8 an hour. I'll just save up for the next 9 years, and then maybe I'll be able to buy a ticket. So please give me a chance, please. I need this so bad. Not only for me, but for Nick Jonas. Don't you want him to find love? I mean, I want him to find love. We'd be a great couple, by the way. We would. You could just ask him. See for yourself. But thanks for watching me and my crazy. Bye, MTV.